Hello and welcome to Mom's Car. Today is an incredibly special episode. Again, for anyone that listened to Armchair Expert over the last 7.5 years, you've probably heard me talk a bazillion times about my ex-girlfriend, Briegh Morrison, who I still just adore to no end. She's such an incredible person, an incredible mom. She's just gone through an incredible journey, and I'm just delighted that we finally got to sit down and talk and introduce her to everybody in the armchair world. So please enjoy my ex-girlfriend, Briegh Morrison.
You know what's smart? Checking Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds on car insurance. You know what's not smart? Not checking that your sunroof is closed before going through the car wash. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North America Insurance Co. and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Don't you find that kind of charming that Kristen could drive any car and this is her car, an entry-level Chevy Bolt?
I mean, yes, I feel the same way about myself. I'm like, this is the one I want. And also, I don't want to wash it.
Yeah, it's not for you.
It just gets dirty again.
You got the right color for that, which is white.
I got the absolute last one.
It was like COVID mad dash for
them?
Yes,
it was 2021.
Okay, yeah,
but it was
terrible
kind of
time
a
to buy
mad
a
dash.
vehicle.
And I just had to get a vehicle. Like mine was due at the lease shop or whatever. So I was like, gotta go get it now.
What did you come out of into that van? What had you been driving?
Volkswagen.
You don't even know.
Ferrari?
You don't care. Volkswagen Ferrari?
It was a big, no, it was a big, yeah. A Volkswagen. No, it was like an SUV.
Yeah,
But I thought
think
it
I do
was-
know the name of that.
Again, it was like I was trying to eat outside my class. Like I believe Aaron was originally the one.
Tyrell, remember his
Tyrell,
whole theory?
yeah. You can't have lobster. You can't eat outside my class.
Yeah, the people in the Middle Ages would die if they had like steak. I don't know where he would have learned that, but
I actually use that a lot because
Yeah.
a lot of things. In fact, like the more money we have, the lower I go.
okay.
In general.
Have you
Where I'm
not-
like, I don't need to keep up with that. That's not me.
Right, but have you been infected with anything? Because like I can admit the things that I've been infected with.
Like
it's
jewelry?
humiliating. No, not jewelries.
Jewelries are mine. Like I like a nice
You still like a nice jewelry.
And I also still like vintage clothing, but I like real nice vintage clothing.
You go
now.
and get it from the Real? Where do you get your vintage
I get
clothes?
it from this place, AMT Vintage in Pasadena. But like I'll get like, the used Gucci bag.
Oh, sure.
But-
So they have high-end
They have
used
high
stuff.
end, but it's used and
Yeah.
it's already a little bit trashed. Like I got these Chanel flats.
So it looks like you've owned it for a while.
Yeah, or I just don't mind because I will trash it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I can't not trash things.
Just fast forward.
I'm just
to
a
it
trash
being-
person.
You're a trash monster. You've always been a trash monster.
Always. So it will get dirty and gross, so I might as well. But I still like the fancy.
But you and I, well, all three of us, you all come from a modest background. You and I were broke for a decade together. And I do certain things now where I go like, wow, I can't believe I'm this person. I don't have much shame or guilt about it. I've
Yeah.
worked through most of it. But hotels, I'm such a fucking snob. Like when you go to an incredible hotel on vacation,
Yeah.
for me, it makes it so much better because then I don't care what we do. I'm just delighted to be at the hotel. We were at a terrible hotel last year in Norway. And I was like, I can't believe how uncomfortable. This is really humiliating.
I can't do
how
that.
much
I
this
can't
is
live
ruining.
like this.
Yeah, it was like
Couldn't possibly live like
mismatched
this.
pillowcases, some silk, which I hate.
Yeah,
I don't want
no.
public silk.
I
Communal silk. No, silk's for like you and yourself. Maybe your wife.
I like a nice hotel, but I also still
That hasn't gotten yet.
no. Like we're driving up to Washington. And I'm like, we just need to stay at like a dog-friendly motel somewhere. Like I'll be okay with that.
Right.
Although we are staying in a hotel that I really love. Do you know McMinimans branch? Okay.
No.
There's like,
I need to get hip to it.
well, McMinimans is a series of hotels or whatever, and they you can get points if you stay at them a lot.
Yes.
But they convert like old cool places. So they've converted this old nunnery, this like Franciscan nunnery into a hotel
In Seattle?
in Bend, Oregon. So
Oh.
it's like on the way because we're driving up.
Do you remember the time we slept in Stockton on the way to go to your house, your parents' house, and there was like a drug dealer next door, and it was getting progressively crazier throughout the night, and then there was like people being thrown against the wall,
Yeah,
and we were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, is
No,
there going to be
it's no good.
shots fired through the wall?
But I feel like that was a lot of stops on the way on the motorcycle trip as well.
Yes,
When you
yes,
would just
yes.
be like,
Yeah.
after like 10 hours. I mean, I was sleeping on the back, obviously, but
Yeah, you were just like Aaron on our road trips. Bree slept like at least half of the ride
Just
from Detroit to
on
California.
the back of the motorcycle,
Yeah,
just fall asleep.
sure,
It
it's
wasn't even a
comfy.
strap.
What were your plans versus what you because you intended to do a ton of reading on the back of the
I
motorcycle.
did
You
do
did
a
do a
bunch
lot.
of reading, yeah.
Okay.
Like with an actual book.
Yeah, you could just open it right up. Just really do a lot of reading.
Were the
The
pages
thing is, we didn't. No, because you just
Was it
hold
made
them
of
tight.
clay?
Hold it tight. Don't hold on to the motorcycle at all.
I just love too. Like, there's no pictures from that era.
Very
You know, no
few.
one. I'm like, did it happen?
Yeah, you're so right. We took no pictures. We took one picture that was really high priority to me, which is you were driving the cop car
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
you were next to me on my Harley. And I had the cruise control on, and I was sitting on the back seat.
There we go.
Like looking, because
Yes,
you could
yes,
put it on your
yes.
credit card if you got a Harley credit card.
You should have been
Yes.
reading back then.
I should have had one of your books.
My
reading.
still one of the greatest things I ever did was that stretch of highway where there's no exits, so there's no cops.
Right.
And I went like 135 miles an hour. And that was like, to this day, like thrilling.
35. That's very fast for you.
That is
How fast can you go? Are you like, how fast does a car go?
Oh, well, it depends which one you're on. But
That
that's
cop car, how fast did that go?
Oh, probably 130. Yeah, 135.
I mean, it had to go 135.
It must have.
it went at least
Well,
that.
I guess I went over. Like, it went as fast as the thing showed. And it was so thrilling. And I only did it for about 15 seconds because it was so scary.
Wobby Wob. That ranks for me the Harley trip in the summer. It was 10 days.
Was it only 10 days? Yeah.
We rode from bar to bar to bar.
Remember when we went to Wisconsin and we bought everyone in the bar a drink because they were like 25 cents
Yes,
a
it was
piece?
25
And it was flooded. So people had
Nice.
taken their rowboats to the bar from like to the bar.
How
because
did
it was
you
like
get a
flooded up
motorcycle
there.
through there?
No, I mean the highway wasn't flooded. This was like down locals, you know, like
Yeah.
the valley was flooded.
Have you been to those bars in Wisconsin where you're in someone's house? Like there's just bars in people's houses?
I love them. Yes.
Yeah.
I love them. Yes. And I went on quite a few trips. I'm sad we never got to do one together.
Yes,
But,
and
um,
probably a blessing.
Well, probably, yeah. But yeah, I love those bars.
Everyone has a Pabst Blue Ribbon sign in front of their porch.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can just go in.
Yeah,
Like
I
homes.
think anyone can have a liquor license.
Yeah, that's a very
seemingly.
Wisconsin-y thing
Yeah.
for sure.
Where's that trip rank for you, Bree? Because that's
no, I
just
love.
like,
I actually talk about that one a lot.
Yeah.
Well, also because it was just so visceral.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
you
yes.
just like you'd be so dirty. Like your arms would just be so dirty at
because
the
we had
end
to
of the
put
trip.
so much sunblock
Sunblock.
Yeah,
on.
and you
Yeah.
would just be like, by the end of the, when you had that drink at the end, like you were so good because you were just like, because we put on a lot of hours in a day in a motorcycle.
You deserve those drinks.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
And
it's
speaking
only
of
like-
you, Rustic Inn right there was a real
An old
problem for
haunch
me.
of yours?
Yeah.
What was the Fred Eric's restaurant you worked at?
Vita.
Vita.
Yeah. Just Vita.
Just
I'm
Vita.
actually sad. The one thing I'm really sad about from the fires is he had a wine key made for me that was engraved with DJ Briegh because I would make all the mixes
Yes.
for the restaurant, and somehow it like got thrown away with the cleanup. You know, because they threw away a lot of like
Oh, no.
silverware and stuff, and I can't find it. And,
Well,
but you know,
so-
my house didn't burn down, so I'm pretty lucky.
It didn't burn down,
I
but it
only
is-
lost a wine key.
But it's poisoned with lead.
No,
which-
you can wash it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I don't use it that much anymore because I don't drink. So I'm like,
No,
the house.
The
oh, the house.
house.
I'm still thinking about the wine key, guys.
Okay.
No, the house is filled with toxic lead. Like it's supposed to be 5, and ours is 200. And this is after it was cleaned.
Wait, it's supposed to be
wow.
5 and it's
5.
200?
5 is like the UG level for floors interior. And I just wiped it up after the cleaning, and it was 200.
Now, but have you considered, like, you never tested it before the fires, right?
Yeah, we
You did?
No, not before the fires.
Right.
But why would by the way, the other rooms are not that high because the the windows in the kitchen and the living room blew open with the fire. So the smoke came into the living room and all the other doors I closed. Because I was actually very good, like, post-apocalyptic person.
Yes.
I had, like, every battery out. Isaac was testing the batteries. We filled every headlamp with, because, the power was out. I had the extra water containers and the backpacks.
Yeah, on it.
It was really good.
Where did you guys safe harbor at?
We went to the Omni downtown. We just
Okay.
kept looking for hotels until we found one.
Yeah. We had a bunch of people at our house.
Oh, yeah, you offered. Thank you. That was nice.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot I did that. It was fun.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, it was fun. I always feel guilty about this. Like, COVID was fun.
COVID was
9/11 was so fun.
Oh my God!
Do you remember going?
We woke up. We were smoking cigarettes in bed, watching it from that freaking bedroom.
Smoking cigarettes.
We did. We like
I know.
literally lit up cigarette. We were
Because-
like, "Fuck it, we could smoke inside. It's 9/11. Like this just happened."
We might
We didn't
be
smoke
dead.
in bed every day.
We didn't? I think we did. I remember.
I think you did.
I remember I wouldn't really open my eyes until the cigarette was in my lips and I was about to light it. That's how much, like the second I woke up, I was reaching for the soft pack and then I would light it and then I'd be like, and then I'd open my eyes.
Yeah,
Other places, do you think back on how absolutely terrible our apartment must have been for non-smokers? We were hosting like Super Bowl parties.
Did we? Yeah, but didn't they all smoke too?
No,
We did-
Scotty had asthma and didn't
Oh, yeah,
smoke.
that's right.
Nate,
Scotty.
Nate smoked only when he drank.
Yeah.
The whole world smelled like smoke back then, though.
Yeah.
I mean, well, maybe less in California, but a little.
It was a tiny apartment. Even I sometimes would be like, oh, it's very smoky. in
It's
here."
too smoky.
It's a little even smoky for me. I actually think it's so funny. I think about that apartment a lot right now because it was my like first remodel, or
Yes,
along
yes.
with the house on, because now I'm like deep in remodeling again. I actually really love it. But I made that apartment so freaking cute with that giant bookshelf that is the strongest thing that's ever been made.
The one I made for your birthday.
That was the hugest, biggest. I think you put like 2 4x4s like next to each other. Like it was thick.
Yeah, it's a little overbuilt. Where am I going?
Even if turn around.
Turn around.
Yes. Bree, we had Tim Lovestead
Oh,
in here the other day.
How nice.
Yeah, a little blast from the past. And Dax asked him, where did you guys meet? And Tim's like, I think we met at your house in Santa Monica at the apartment. And Dax said, well, that must have been a real fucking smoky apartment if Aaron was there with me and Bree.
Yeah. I don't remember it being, but then again, like my fondest memory is still like holding the little ashtray in the center with my grandparents smoking, and it had like, it was like a Scottish checked pattern, and I would just like let the sandbag, and they would just let the ash fall over my face.
Yeah.
So cigarette smoke in interiors is actually like a Proustian Madeline for me.
Yeah.
So I like it. I do love that I like that you can drink and drive
Yes.
with non-alcoholic beers.
Well, that's what we assume. I don't know if you can or not. I certainly
Pretty
have.
good assumption.
Yeah. I mean, you're
Why
not allowed
not?
to drink
You
and
can't.
drive.
I go in and get it.
Okay.
Oh, you were saying Tim, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
The smoky apartment. So I should probably get back into nicotine is what you're saying.
Well, I like
I mean,
it.
now that it's good for
it's
you.
a good product.
It's like, you couldn't eat
And now
eggs
you
for a
have like
while.
all these different delivery systems. I have the lozenge, of course,
Yeah,
but then also
yeah.
this is just straight spray. It's just straight nicotine.
Yeah.
There's no other bullshit in
I
here.
just feel like I've gotten over
You've
it.
gotten over it. When's the
like
last time you
what?
had nicotine?
Oh, jeez. Oh, I'll tell you.
Yeah, tell
The
me.
night before I started chemo.
Okay,
I
good
went
for
up on my
you.
roof and I smoked a cigarette and I like cried and said all the prayers like I want to make it while smoking a cigarette. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to do this anymore.
Yes.
Probably not a good idea. I didn't smoke for a long time, like until Isaac was like 4
Uh-huh.
and he had a little near drowning.
I remember.
And that
That's
was very stressful as one
That's the
can
most haunting
imagine.
story I think I've
And
heard
so
about a kid.
I don't know how I came. I just picked up a pack of cigarettes, and then every once in a while, it was more of like my kids even know this. Like I just buy a pack of cigarettes, go behind a Target parking lot, smoke, leave it there.
The whole pack.
The whole pack. I would leave it there, thinking that somebody else would want to smoke behind a Target parking lot because
yeah.
it's an amazing place. And I would come back like a week later, and sometimes the pack would still be there.
Oh my God, really?
And then I would smoke another
in
one.
LA?
Insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Eagle Rock one.
So basically, you're just keeping your cigarettes behind Target.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
And they be in the car?
No,
Oh,
I never
okay.
smoked in the car.
No. I mean, would they be waiting in the car as you were buying a dart behind Target?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. This would be
'Cause I
for
fully-
like, I'm going to run to Target.
Oh.
And then I would go to Target and get the things I needed. And then there's 2 Targets that I do this at. There's one that's actually behind the old Macy's in Eagle Rock. It's like people are recycling on the side.
Yes.
And every time I drive down the 2 and I look over, I never see anyone there. And I'm like, it's a missed opportunity.
Did
Yeah,
you
it's a
have
great
one
place to
Target
smoke.
you shopped at and one you smoked at?
No, I shopped and smoked at the same. But I also would smoke behind the La Canyada one. You know.
Will you tell Aaron that terrible story?
Which, oh no.
You don't want to tell him.
I mean, I can tell the story. Like when Isaac drowned.
Yes. It's just one of the most brutal stories I've ever heard. I've told so many people that story. I guess I should have asked you if you're comfortable
Yeah, no,
with
I
it.
am comfortable with it.
Well, let's just acknowledge this. You're so part of us having kids, which is, you probably wouldn't even remember doing this. I remember I was in northern Michigan and you called me randomly. And you said, do not miss this. You had a kid.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know me, I'm selfish.
Yeah.
And trust me, it's no, like none of the work feels like it's work. And you just can't miss it. It's the greatest. And of course, I already wanted to have kids. But I did get off the phone with you and I'm like,
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. And I
Yeah.
remember saying to Kristen, like, yeah, I just talked to Briegh.
She
Just
says
talked to
it's
my
okay.
ex-girlfriend. She said
She
it's time
says
for
it's
us
okay.
Briegh has advised us to procreate.
I think I might have also called you after the drowning and said, make sure your kid goes to Swim to Bill or one of those like
Yes.
swimming classes. Well, the thing is, he had already done one of those swimming classes.
Right.
And it was like 11 a.m. Because of course, like your first thing is like, I wasn't drinking.
Yeah,
you know,
you're
like
so worried people are going to judge you.
but we weren't. It was in the morning, and not that necessary, but we weren't. And I said to my friend, I was like, okay, you got eyes on Isaac. I had paid to have a pool fence put up in the rental in Atlanta.
Yeah, your husband was
He was working
producing
on
a movie
Ant-Man.
in
Yep.
Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. And then it was the very first day we'd used the pool. We were in and out of the pool so much, I just took down one of the panels. And I'm sitting there, I'm holding her infant baby, and all of a sudden I just didn't hear Isaac chitter chatter. He's like he liked to like talk guys, with his little toys. And I just didn't hear him. And I stood up, and the literal one section of the pool I could not see.
Yes.
He was laying face down in it.
Oh.
And I ran across the water, pulled up lifeless, like just no breathing, no anything, threw him over the side, like got up on my stomach here and started doing compressions. And because I was a teacher or had been a teacher too, I knew you're not supposed to. Anyway, I got so confused. I started doing the mouth thing too, and you're only supposed to do chest compressions, just PSA.
Yes.
I started breathing, and then he started going like, ooh, and I was like, oh my God. But he wasn't breathing enough. So
but hold on.
breathing.
How long were you doing chest compressions and stuff before he made a noise?
A minute. I mean, I don't
Were
know.
you-
Time
I
kinda
mean, I
stopped.
can't
no,
even
like screaming,
imagine
wrench, crying, like
Yeah.
screaming the address out. Call 911. Whatever the address was, I knew it. I'm like screaming it. The ambulance was there within 5 minutes. I mean, it was absolutely insane. But what ended up happening, the worst thing, is that I ended up aspirating vomit back into his lungs because of doing the
Right.
breathing.
Oh,
But-
And by
so
the way,
then he
you're
had
the
to be
daughter of a
intubated.
firefighter. If you can't get it right, what are the odds? I'm going to get it
No,
right.
and
Or anybody going to get it
I know.
right?
Anyway,
Sure.
he was fine. I mean, 100% fine. He's Mensa, so we're...
Yeah, he's golden. But you had like a big wave of depression after
Oh,
that. Yeah,
huge.
Yeah.
Joya put me on like a benzo almost immediately because she's like,
Right.
and I was like, no, I don't actually like pills like at all, or
Yeah.
even like I don't even take an Advil. I was like, no, I don't want to do it. And she's like, oh no, you're at risk for advanced onset aging. Like, like the people, and I was
Jesus,
like, sign me
that's
up.
a thing?
Give it to me. You know, like when the person's like, his hair, it turned from black into bright white.
Right.
Like, it's
like Obama.
stress, extreme stress will do that. So that was why I took it. And I remember I took it for like 3 days, and it just basically tamps down. You don't have the feelings.
Yes. That makes it manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Anyway, that was
How long were you fucked up over that?
I mean, No, it's fine. You know, I just think the guilt. You just try to be such a good mom. I don't remember. I mean, probably not too long. I tend not to,
Yeah, you keep it moving.
I keep it moving.
Here you go.
I hated that story so much. I'm so glad I heard it because I was like, oh, right, it can happen when you're doing everything right.
I think I saved many children's lives.
Yeah.
And so none of these have come out. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
And they get edited so we can say whatever we want.
Yes.
It won't necessarily be on.
Yeah. You smell good. I've always wanted you.
I was telling Aaron that I keep trying to get this side so I don't give the camera my...
What do you got?
She's missing
you're missing a tooth. From what? Is that cancer related?
A little bit. I got an infection. I mean, I had like so many infections. It was insane.
Because your immune system's completely destroyed?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you're doing chemo. And so
Could we start at the beginning?
Oh, geez.
Are you comfortable starting?
I heard secondhand, but yeah, I'm very curious.
I have to say that the two saddest moments I've had for other people are both of you. Like I've lost parents and step-parents. And when Aaron got really sick a few years ago. I probably didn't tell you. Well, 5.5 years ago, 6 years ago.
6 years ago now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what did you have?
Basically, this is what led to me
getting
sober, yeah.
Isn't it funny when, because cancer led to me getting sober.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. It's funny when the thing becomes the gift, the hard thing. But I also read, I don't remember, I keep trying to figure out which author it was, but I was in college and they were saying that you're only able to experience the amount of joy in direct opposition to the amount of suffering that you've experienced.
Oh, well,
so it's not that should be a reason for going down the dark road, but
no wonder I'm so fucking happy.
Yeah,
right now.
I know. Sometimes I'm like, holy shit! I've never known joy like this before.
Oh, really?
And there's something about coming through that meat grinder of anything scary like that.
When you told me you had been diagnosed with cancer, I was pretty devastated.
Yeah, I heard.
Me too.
From Dax.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's so...
How did you discover it?
Well, what I really like is just how on trend I am, because I feel like, it's everybody
You're nobody if you haven't gone through.
No, I know. Pretty much all the coolest
That bitch
girls
doesn't know what
have.
to talk about. She hasn't even been through cancer yet.
What's crazy is that I actually got, not just mammograms. I got these extra breast ultrasounds because I had really big boobs and they were very dense. And so
Does that up your odds?
Yes.
It does.
It ups your odds for not being able to detect it.
Okay.
So nothing detected it. Nothing at all detected it.
Yeah.
I was going to sort of a hippy-dippy naturopath type doctor. Anyway, just, optimize aging and doing different sorts of things. And she kind of randomly called in an MRI. She was like, there's something, one of my sonocines is what they're called. They're this really elaborate ultrasound that goes in. She's like, one of them was missing. The clinic had changed ownership. And so one of my images was missing. She's like, well, something's different from this one and this one on the right side. So she's like, well, let's get an MRI. Let's just do it. Somehow she called it in, insurance paid for it. I got it done. And instead of, there's nothing on this side lit up like a Christmas tree. I had 240 gram tumor. It was 11 centimeters. It was huge, but it's lobular cancer. So it grows like a slime mold with these tiny, you couldn't even feel it. Even when I had the full tumor in there, you could not feel a lump.
It wasn't hard and dense.
No,
it was fluid cancer.
It's not fluid. But it just felt like
slime.
Breast. No, I mean, it didn't feel like anything.
Yeah.
So, but once they got in there, they really didn't, they were thought it was 3 centimeters. But once she got in there, she's like, oh my God, holy,
Because they can visually see it once they're in there.
Once she's in there, she could visually see.
So when you've got that first MRI, what's the response from everyone from the second they read it?
When I found out, doctors are so clinical. They were just like, you have breast cancer. It's, it was very clear. Or then they did, the MRI, then they did a biopsy.
Okay.
So they don't know anything. From the MRI, they're like, this doesn't look right.
Right.
And then they do a biopsy. So they pull the tissue out and then they test it and then they know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So it's lobular, stage 2B, but they didn't know how big or how much was in there. So once they go in for surgery, she was able to get all the margins. They took a bunch of lymph nodes, hadn't spread to my lymph nodes.
Okay, that's great. But as you told me, it had left the breast, right? And then made its way almost into your armpit?
No, it was like, well, it was really almost all the way to the ribs. Yeah. Actually, my surgeon did a great job.
Sorry.
No.
Okay, so once they got in there, though.
Once they got in there, they took it out, and then the surgeon, there's the cancer surgeon, and then there's the reconstructive surgeon. Mm-hmm. So he kind of like tried to make the right one sort of match the left one, but they had to take so much out of the left one that he didn't take as much out of the right. So it was a little lopsided for a minute.
Okay.
So then, I didn't think I was going to have to do chemo, but then, they run your numbers and they're like, you're this age and blah, 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 blah. So then I ended up having to do chemo. I did 30 rounds of radiation last
30
summer.
rounds?
Yeah. It was like black. The skin was like falling off. Like it was just like, so it's like getting a sunburn and then being like, all right, let's go to the beach.
Yeah,
the next day, just get another sunburn.
Right after the surgery.
Like 6 weeks after the surgery, I started chemo.
Okay.
6 weeks after chemo, I started radiation.
Okay.
And then 6 weeks after radiation, they put me on all the meds, which I'm now on. And then I also had reconstruction. But I didn't really I had reconstruction. They basically take fat, which is great. They took fat from like my waist and then they like...
Oh, wow. So they can
fluff it up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But
okay,
it, like,
you didn't have to have a saline implant?
No, which is great. So I don't have...
Wow.
But what was great is I had a lot to... to offer, to take away.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Do you think that God smited you because you valued your boobs too much?
Well, this is one of those things where I actually
if I got a cancer, it would definitely be dick.
I definitely feel smote. Yes. Pride goeth before the fall. Vanity is a sin. I was so devastated about losing any of the tissue.
You're God's gift.
And now I'm like super stoked because I get like all these new clothes and they look different. And I look thinner and it's like a different, I like it. So I'm into it. But again, you don't know what the gifts are going to be until you go through the...
And how did you do with all the sympathy that came your way? I try to imagine all the different stages of this. It's, of course, very hard to imagine like someone looking at you and going, yeah, okay, so you have tons of cancer. Like that's certainly a moment, but like I called you and I'm like, I just want to be with you. That's uncommon. Like
I loved that part because I am super, super social.
Yeah.
So like I want to always be like chit-chatting with people.
Right.
So anyone who wanted to like come around and hang out with me, but you kind of had 3 different camps. You had like the people who are just like, I want to spend as much time with you before you die.
Sure.
Just I want to make sure I spend quality time with you.
Yes.
Those I was like super happy.
Yeah.
And that was really fun. There were the people who were just like, your cancer is too hard for me, and they just kind of leave, like they're just gone.
Were you, without naming anyone, were there a couple that shocked you? Like, wow, I thought we were closer than this? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And has there been residual damage from that, or you got over it?
I kind of get over it because again, like I'm an unlimited well of put in more conversation, just put in more people. Like
Yeah.
I just always could, want to be social. Or it was just like where I would still hang out with them, but I had to do a lot of like, it's okay.
Yeah, comforting them.
Yeah, comforting them.
Yeah.
Which wasn't, I'd say most people were just fine. I also love to get A+.
Yes.
I've always got A+. I'm like a 4.0 student.
Yes.
And I got a fucking AP level A+
On your
in cancer. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not shocked.
No, I did so good.
I try to always explain, when I try to explain
so well.
our time together to people, I go, well, this was the pattern. Like, whatever I did, Briegh came and did much better immediately. Like, I worked at Shows and Shoes. People like me. You went there and my mom was like, I want to give her the company.
I was very good at Shows and Shoes. But I've also come to realize that about myself is that you aren't going to find someone who works more. Like I'm always moving, always cleaning, always, but I don't really like, I like cleaning. I don't really like the pressure of like big job, like, I don't know, like.
Right.
Let's keep that in mind for somewhere down the road in this conversation. You cleaning a certain boat, maybe after.
Oh, you have a boat to clean?
Sniffing a lot of drugs. Do you remember this story?
Oh my God.
Oh, I don't know if I remember.
Tell it again. I mean, it's. I don't know. Cleaning a boat is something I've done so much.
Oh my God.
but-
Okay. This is now from my memory.
Yeah, these are all, by the way.
From my iron claw.
Yes,
exactly.
this is fact.
Yeah.
I mean, some facts about your life.
So, Dean's house, Dean Nichols, Dean and Michelle, their first house, which they were the first to get a house out of anybody. They're the first kind of grown-ups. We were at Dean's. Now, Dax and I just talked about this.
Bringing meth back to Detroit.
Back to Detroit. What a treat. So cheap. It's so easy to have. So
doesn't fill you up.
Right.
Low calorie.
Yeah. A little bit will go a long way. Or you can just do all of it and, deal with it for a few, 3 or 4 days. Yeah. So I remember my first time, I think it was 4 days. Like the fourth day was insane.
Yeah.
Where you are actually maybe
losing your mind.
Yeah.
You might be too far gone, that kind of thing. But, and I think it was this time because a lot of days went after this. Like I remember days by myself and I was still rolling.
That was the worst drug experience of my life.
Right.
That, yeah.
So I think day one, though, we're all partaking and partying.
Was I partaking?
Yeah.
You partaked
Yeah,
in...
because if you recall, you had I'm going to guess 5 times you did it.
Yeah, I would say because I was not, because I don't need it.
I remember my memory, ironclad. I remember the girls like you doing a little, but then we were hoarding.
Yeah.
And you and I, especially, you were probably hoarding even more than from me. But
sure.
But and then we hoarded from Dean and everyone else.
The layers of loyalty.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I remember you guys did a little, but a little was enough, right? So.
And was it meth?
Yeah, it was fucking meth.
Well, listen, you'll remember because you were working, we won't say your name, but you were working at Fred Siegel, and the girls at Fred Siegel did meth.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, for the most part.
Yep.
And well, the night I met you, the very first time we ever met, Nate and I were doing meth for the first time.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's what we just
in Franklin
talked about.
Hills, actually.
Yeah, at Brooks
Julian's
house. Yeah. So we had gotten it from one of your coworkers.
Okay, got it.
Around Michael Terrain area.
Yep, okay.
And then I had brought it home on the plane so that they could try this great drug I had discovered.
Great, amazing.
Which ended up being hell. I asked for more, and I remember you sent me some, but further down the line. But
that was terrible.
Yeah.
Can you get more of that?
Yeah, I mean the first couple of days were great.
Yeah, sure. When you're just horny and not crazy.
Right. Yeah. Those were fun, and you can just drink an excessive amount.
Stay tuned for more Mom's Car. We are supported by Allstate. You know what's smart? Checking Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds on car insurance. You know what's not smart? Not checking that your phone isn't connected to your car's Bluetooth before having a private conversation. And let me tell you, nothing quite prepares you for that moment when you realize your entire carpool just heard every detail of your last doctor's appointment through the car speakers. Talk about an awkward ride. Or how about this one? Checking Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds on car insurance is smart. Unfortunately, not checking that all your windows are closed before going through the car wash is not smart. I learned that lesson the hard way last week. There's nothing like getting an unexpected shower while you're trying to clean your car's interior. At least the kids thought it was hilarious. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North America Insurance Co. and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois. Get almost anything you need delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a well-groomed lawn delivered, but you can get chicken parmesan delivered. A day at the lake? That's a no. A Philly cheesesteak? That's a yes. An afternoon stroll? Sorry, no. A burrito bowl? Happily, yes. What about a day of sunshine? Not happening. A box of fine chocolates? Yes, that's happening. Delivery on its way. Okay, how about some clear skies? No. Well then, how about some French fries? Yep. A little escape? No. A delicious bowl of grapes? Yes, that. How about a freshly cut lawn? Can't help you there. But barbecue prawns, order it and it's on its way. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
So the next morning, this is what you have to remember. Butch, Dean's dad, comes over because he always does this shit.
Yeah.
He comes over and it's like 10, 11 in the morning and we're all up
Still.
as if, but we all try to pretend
Like we
we're
just woke up. Yeah,
getting up
fine.
and, you know, we're having a good weekend and the fucking yard is fucked. We're still drinking. It gets a little uncomfortable, too much maybe for some to handle. You and I think Michelle, the boat was in the driveway and you were cleaning that fucking boat for, I mean,
This really
what
tracks.
seemed like the entire morning. Like after the sun came, I think it was before. Yeah, when Butch showed up, you were already cleaning the boat.
Oh, I'm sure.
So you were cleaning the boat. Dax was overly trying to compensate that, like to prove to him we are sober.
So sober.
So he
Look at who would be cleaning a
is
boat.
just talking to him so much and chewing his lips
Oh my
off and
Oh
like
my
to make
God.
it seem like it's normal.
Sure.
Yeah. So that fucking. Of course, we all know that horrifying feeling. Like later, knowing what we did.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah, like we won't even let him go until we.
So anyway,
Until we've proven it.
on account of just getting up and
Yeah, breakfast. We already had it.
yeah, we had it.
After we woke up.
We were starving.
Yeah.
Because we have our full appetites.
Gonna get that boat clean.
Gotta get
That's
that
what the
done.
girls are doing.
We've got
Cleaning the boat.
got the
We're gonna
women
take it out
working
later.
on the boat. We're going to work on the engine when they're done.
I guarantee, though, if you ask Dean and Michelle, because I remember the boat being clean was my favorite part because I
something
think it
good's
went
gotta
on
come
most
out
of the
it.
day.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like once you got started,
Well,
you wouldn't stop.
I actually realized that was a lot when I look back at, I never like was this crazy drunk fall
No.
down ever, never.
No.
But I will look back and be like, oh, I was trying to be so on top of everything in my life in order for nobody to question having a little extra or whatever,
Yes,
which
yes.
is this weird thing. And it probably just started even back then.
Well, I always think, too, it's like you were in a tricky position to ever evaluate your drinking because you lived with someone who was going very hard all the time
Yes.
and doing drugs.
Yeah.
And so relative to
comparison,
me,
yeah.
you had your
You're
shit
great.
fully together. But you could have had a roommate that you might have been like, oh, I drink a lot. I mean, I drink much more than she does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like Scotty. Scotty was a heavy drinker, but he had to say to me, you can't drink at my house anymore.
Yeah.
Relative to me, he,
Yes.
Yeah.
I also I also stopped drinking as much. I wasn't binge drinking when I was, later on, like when I was a working person and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like, oh, well, that was then. That's when I was, just a partying in my 20s, and that was like an era.
Yes.
And now I'm a responsible drinker.
Yes.
Which-
But I always think I weirdly have become grateful that I didn't have a drinking habit that was in the gray zone. I'm like grateful. Mine was just so obviously untenable that I had to stop. And I just have a lot of friends who it's like, they're not sure if it takes more than it gives.
Sure.
It's like hard to figure that out.
I feel like I felt like that for a long time.
Yeah, and I've
Yeah.
always just kind of been more like, I almost would rather just be a drunk and then you got to quit and then you don't even have to even ever evaluate it anymore.
Yeah.
It's
just over.
How did your parents take it? Because now obviously that you have kids, I just can't imagine that call.
Really, I mean, they kind of went into go mode. Like my mom really just she came down.
You're your
and-
mother's daughter.
Yeah,
Let's
she
be
came
clear.
down. Yeah, exactly. She came down for the surgery. She had all my meds ready to go and just was really taking care of the household, taking care of the kids.
Yeah.
Doing all of that. One of my favorite things is there was a journal, my meds after the surgery or whatever, because you got to take all the whatevers. And then it was all, Briegh thinks Briegh is, I wish I remembered what it said. Briegh thinks Briegh is okay. Brad thinks Brie's not okay, or whatever. It was I thought I was totally fine, but I was on oxys and stuff. Yeah. Briegh thinks Brie's okay, but she's
Brad's
not.
not so
Brad's
sure.
not so sure.
That's so funny.
And my dad was good too. Everyone, I mean, they were perfect.
They were
didn't,
perfect.
yeah, they were good. Not alarmist. No one was. Again, I think that, and then Joya, of course, was went into full doctor mode.
Yeah.
and was just
This is a
like,
good time to have a best friend that's
oh
an
my
ER
God,
doctor.
every time. I mean, just really walked me through the emotional parts that were really the hardest part of all of it.
Yeah.
Was the fear. Just
She
being
deserves
afraid.
a shout out too. When my dad was diagnosed, I called her. I was like, here's what the diagnosis is. And she goes, yeah, there's nothing that can be done.
Yeah.
He's going to die in a few months. And so proceed accordingly. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad someone just told me the straight. It's
Yeah.
like, we have no magic silver bullet for small cell carcinoma. Like,
Yeah.
don't waste your time trying to fly to some other state.
No. Just get in there and
Yeah, just like
spend as much
go
time
hang
as you
out.
can.
Yeah.
I actually, one of my biggest regrets was not reaching out to your dad before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was hard, but I felt like it wasn't my place, like.
Right.
And it just
right.
didn't, I just really felt like it wasn't my place. Like, so I just didn't. I did reach out to Buttons.
You did?
Yeah. I remember talking to your mom and Buttons, like, beforehand.
Dave Buttons.
Oh, sweet Dave Buttons.
Yeah.
Were you on the trip where he got named Dave Buttons?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah,
Which
you
trip
told
did
me
you-
about I feel like
I don't know. We went twice to an all-inclusive place. I went once with
Yeah?
you, and I went once with Carrie, and I can't remember what trip it was on. But basically, we were checking in.
Was your mom wasn't with Buttons when you were with Carrie?
Yeah.
Oh,
she
really?
was. Yeah,
Buttons was around when I got there, or
Oh.
soon after.
I think they
Okay.
met around. I think 10th grade they started dating.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. 10th grade for me and Carly.
Yeah, you're
it was
right,
in
'cause
4th
yeah.
grade or something. Because he was very much her dad. But yes, we're checking. His name was Dave Barton, and we're checking in to this all-inclusive hotel, and we've all just gotten off a plane. So there's a line of like 15 people that are checking in, and Barton in his soft voice, they're like, reservation name? And he goes, oh, Dave Barton? And then a guy like four
really good
behind us
impression.
goes, excuse me, I'm Dave Buttons.
Oh, that's right. I'm Dave Buttons.
I'm Dave Buttons. And Barton goes, no, I'm Dave Barton. And for some reason, neither of them can hear that it's two different names. And now the guy keeps going, this man's trying to check into my name. I'm the real Dave Buttons.
I think it was Carrie, because I remember hearing the story.
Yeah.
And Barton was like, I'm the real Dave Barton. It was insane. But the best part was we get into our room, and of course, all of our luggage is there. His is not there. And there's a errant suitcase in our room. And Barton's like, he just can't figure out where his bag is. It's so weird that. And I go, Barton, clearly Dave Buttons has your bag, and this is Dave.
Maybe it was. It's so hard sometimes
So
whether
then-
you know if you were there or you just heard the story so many times.
Yeah. We don't know either. We've been wrestling with that a lot
Yeah.
lately. But anyways, I pick up the phone. The room's registered to Dave. And I said, I swear to God, I call up and I go, hi, can I be connected to Dave Button's room? And they go, sir, you're in Dave Button's room. And I go, no, I'm in Dave Barton's room. And they go, oh, yes, sorry, you are in Dave Barton's. So then they patch me through to Dave Button's room, and he picks up, he's like, hello? And I go, Buttons, it's Barton. He goes, yeah. And I go, do you have a bag in your room? Because we have an extra one. He's like, yes, I do. And okay, what's the room number? I'll come get it.
Oh, my
You
God.
are in Dave. You're in Dave Button's room.
You're calling from Dave
You
Buttons'
are
room.
Dave
No,
Buttons.
I'm really feeling like I was definitely there, because I feel like that's basically the only thing we talked about for the rest of the trip.
Yeah. Dave Buttons. Okay, good. So you called him.
Yeah.
And how was that? Because he was.
No, I don't think I don't remember. I know I went up to Oregon and
Okay,
saw
great.
them.
Great.
Like just on a random trip that I went up there. But I went up there to see him.
To see him. Yeah.
Was it 2016 maybe?
You know, I'm so fucking bad
know.
with dates, but what I remember is that I had taken Lincoln at 3 years old to North Carolina, just her and I. And then when Delta turned 3, I was like, I'm going to take you to Michigan. It was like springish summer or late spring. And that trip was planned. And then I ended up kind of last minute going to see my mom in Barton. And when I was there, things were quite untenable and bad. I had to like talk to the hospice woman and find out, like, I don't know what you want me to say or not want me to say.
Yeah. What's
she
legal
goes,
here?
I
I
can
mean, they're in
stop.
Oregon, right? Is it legal
It's
there?
legal,
Yeah.
but he would have had to, you can go get it, but you got to go in person and prove you're mentally sound. And he was intending to do that, and he missed his window. All of a sudden he was just stuck in bed and he couldn't go. So I said to the woman, I don't know what you want me to say or not say. And she said, don't worry. I've been in this situation lots. What I'm going to say, I heard you ask, is how can we keep him very comfortable? So let me show you the schedule of drugs that is you have to do it this way. And these are the ones that are at your discretion as he needs it. And she kind of walked me through what's going to get measured at the end, what's not, what's loosey-goosey, and said, I'll be back. And then at one point, he was foaming at his mouth. He was unconscious, but he was foaming, and my mom was freaking out. And she came back, and I was like, he's foaming at the mouth. She's like, don't worry, I have drops for that. Let me go get drops. So it was interesting. It was like all unspoken. I then left there, and immediately I just flew to LA, went home, grabbed Delta, brought her back, got on a plane, and went to Detroit. And yeah, on that flight to Detroit with her, I was like, holy cow, that was a crazy 3 days. Because it took a couple days, 2.5 days.
Yeah.
It was gnarly. Why did I even bring that up?
I know, because I saw him. Because anyway, regrets will end.
Yeah. Do you think you would have been nervous to call my dad because it would have felt disrespectful to Kristen?
Yes, 100% that was 100% the case. Because there was actually, it was so sweet. There was must have been on social media of some point where you guys were all in the hospital. And that's the only way I even knew it was close to the end was because of this. And I had a really strong desire to reach out at that time.
Kristen was pregnant.
Because Kristen was pregnant and we'd just been able to tell him. And I was like, this just isn't.
Let me ask you this. Is Brad friendly with his exes?
No.
Right. And either is Kristen.
Yeah.
And so I think initially when Chris and I started dating, you were still coming over a lot because my mom was living at my house. And you were around even in the first month or two we were dating. And she initially was like, this is really wild. I'm not friends with any of my exes. I don't hang out with any of my exes. And I'm like, I'm friends with all mine pretty much. And over time, she got super comfortable with it and absolutely at ease with it. But it is interesting. There's been a couple moments where I was like, oh, is that potentially hurtful? I did a live show in Seattle, and I, of course, invited your parents.
They were very excited.
And I had the sweetest time with your dad imaginable. Yeah. And I just love him so much. I would say, I'm inviting Brieg's parents to the show. And I'm like, yeah, is that one going to be a thing? It's interesting, when you extend it out, maybe it's a little trickier, the parents thing.
Definitely. And I've have reached out. I've talked to your mom over the years, here and there, or if she's been in town and had lunch. Losing the relationship with your mom was one of the hardest parts. Because I remember when we went to therapy to initially let's work this out. Let's work it out. Stay together. And immediately he was sort of I know my job is to keep people together, but I very clearly see this as me helping you guys
a healthy
break up. A healthy, exactly. But so that, I feel we worked that out, with, help and all that. And it felt very
I think we should
natural.
even back up. My best friend when I was in Washington was your ex-boyfriend, Aaron.
Yeah.
And when you were in Michigan, your best friend was my ex-girlfriend, Carrie.
Oh, yeah. Loved Carrie. Well, and Michelle, all that whole crew, but your mom.
I'm only pointing out, you and I were always very comfortable with that. And you and I were both the kind of people that stay friends with our exes.
Yeah, that just doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just fine. But yes, I definitely felt that Chris and I didn't want to step on Kristen's toes.
Yeah. Well, I think that's very sweet that you felt like missing my mom would be a big one.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Because she loves you so much.
I was so young, and for so long, she was very much a mom figure to me.
Yes.
So no, I still love Laura Buzz.
Who doesn't?
Do you know that Bree's husband, Brad, and Kristen went on a date in college?
Did they not go on? No, she was dating. She was dating one of his friends.
She thinks they went on a date.
Oh, man, he'll like that.
That's insane.
But
she tells people. You should tell him.
I mean, maybe he's cute or something. But she was dating someone
that he was
friends with.
Maybe that came after.
It could have.
She thinks they went on a date.
I like it.
She doesn't think anything really happened, but she thinks she went on a date.
How could that possibly happen in this universe?
No, isn't that what? I mean, there's so many random weird things. I also super fan Kristen, but I see similarities between us.
You and Kristen?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Just, I don't know, kindness, and beauty, and intelligence. No, I'm kidding.
No, but you know a quality you both have, which is super hardworking. Hot.
Yeah.
Great moms.
Yeah.
No, something that you guys have that I value so much is I think you two above any other people I've ever met, you have your opinions and your position, but you're really able to listen to another point of view and consider it and integrate it. Neither of you guys are like stuck. You're very fluid.
Yeah. I would agree with that about myself. I don't know Kristen well enough to know, that about
For me, it's an imperative
like
quality because, like, I'm most interested in going, like, oh, I feel this way. Okay, now I'm going to really make myself try to believe I'm a Republican and I think that's killing a baby. Okay, yeah, I get that. If you think that's killing a baby, that's got to be your number one issue. You got to stop killing babies. Yeah. That's got to be above tariffs and everything else.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. They'll go like, well, he's racist, but if you're evaluating racism against killing a baby, that's a very simple decision. So whatever. I love spending time thinking that way.
Yeah.
And I think if I was just with someone who's like, no, this,
it's got to be this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think it is a funny small world, even that they went to college and ran in the same circles.
It's impossible.
Exactly.
But I also think it was like helpful in Kristen kind of opening up to the notion that you could be trusted and be friends and whatnot. I think the fact that your partner was a guy she liked was interesting. Yeah. I felt like that was a good thing.
I think it was really that she wanted to get her hands on Mac.
Well,
she was really willing to really put anything aside in order to get a piece of that.
That's true. That was also a big building moment, is that.
I mean, you guys had him for like 6 months.
Did we? Is that the longest we had him?
I mean, you had him the whole time we were in Australia.
God, I loved Max so much.
No,
He's
and I remember she used him for sort of larky things on the internet.
Yes,
like he was like always doing dumb shit.
Yeah, he was an influencer when he was with her.
Exactly.
As he was always meant to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we'll talk about the craziest, like the world's too small. I was in New York with Kristen. We're walking down the street and there's a guy on a bicycle and in a basket he has a little Brussels Griffon. And I stop, as I always stop and look at Brussels Griffon because of Mac. And I'm looking at this dog and I'm like, it's Mac.
What?
I go, man, this dog looks so much like this little Brussels I watch sometimes named Mac. And he immediately goes, wait, Mac, did he come? Who was the girl who originally?
Margarita Laviva, who's doing a show with Brad right now.
No.
And we got to sit down and talk about Mac for like an hour a few weeks ago. She's on Daredevil. And and she remembers the moment. It's funny because I felt like I had stolen him from her.
Because she was
like,
away on a movie.
Like, I knew he was supposed to be with you. Like it was, I knew that was the right, that was what
Bilby
needed to
was.
happen. Oh, he was
Bilby.
He
number
was
one dog of all time.
So this was Mac or?
Yes,
it was Mac's brother.
It was his brother.
And I go, he goes, wait, Mac, who Marguerite adopted? And I'm like, yes. And yes, lo and behold, Mac used to be a New Yorker. And then Briegh took him to New York, which is one of your funniest stories. You say you took him outside of the hotel and set him down on the ground. You know, he was this big.
Yeah.
And he just immediately was like, that's right. And he was strutting around New York as it was his city.
He knew. I mean, he strutted around everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that dog, he walked across the stage at UCLA.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he walked across. I had him tucked away in he's been to Disney World. I took him on the Gravitron.
You
at
can't
the
bring a dog
Malibu.
to Disney World, can you?
Yes. No, I snuck him in.
Oh, right, but you're not formally allowed to. Okay,
no.
great. That's great.
He went everywhere. The Gravitron was really when Brad was like, okay, babe, like, I don't think he wants to be on the Gravitron. Pressed to the side.
He's not going to enjoy the Gravitron. Was Brad instantly at ease with us being friends?
Yeah, I feel like because he came in, we were already friends.
Right.
So it didn't really, I don't remember it ever bothering him.
Yeah. He's so radical.
Oh my God, he's the best.
Now, do we have any overlap?
With what?
Like you and Kristen share that thing. Do Brad and I share anything? He's very ambitious.
He is very ambitious.
Yeah. So
very smart.
I always said you should have started a talent agency because you found me and I was a directionless drunk.
No, same. And Brad's like, I picked you up in a Honda Civic. And like literally did not have a job when I started. He just uncovered a picture because we were looking for pictures of Maisie for her bat mitzvah and stuff. And he uncovered a picture of me installing a toilet paper roll holder at his apartment because he didn't even have a toilet paper roll holder. So I went to Home Depot, bought him a screwdriver and like put it in and he like found it.
But you know her husband, who she met, who was penniless, he was doing EPK maybe, running a video camera on Iron Man.
No, he was the producer's assistant, like
Okay.
getting coffee and writing checks. But he also, by the way, had an Emmy at that time.
Yes, he was creating stuff online.
He had like a Webby and an Emmy for like web content.
But now he's like, it's Kevin Feige and him at Marvel.
Yeah,
he's like the
head of
baddest
Marvel
motherfucker
television.
at Marvel. So when we broke up, I think, certainly in retrospect, like it was time for that.
Yeah.
Like we both, I think, was amicable as it could be when you're with someone.
Absolutely.
So like the breakup was manageable, but I will say for a while, I did think, well, I'll never be in love with someone again. Like I in that way, I had a deep fear. I'm like, I don't think I'll ever really feel the way I felt about Briegh with anybody. I was quite scared of that.
Yeah, I think it's so funny because for me, it basically was that I fell in love with someone that while we were dating and was sort of like, oh shit, like I can't do both things.
Yeah.
But I actually very quickly did not like that guy after that.
Right.
So sometimes I wonder, like, did I just let myself get tangled up in those feelings in order to do what I knew was going to serve me ultimately, which was that we needed to not be together. And I don't know what too, if you have a relationship with someone for so long, can you go back and then not?
Can you go back and
then not have an open relationship?
Oh, right. Well, I will say, so ours was, I would say, by all accounts, quite successful to go 9 years open.
Absolutely.
And I've seen other people.
4 years for me.
This is terrible news.
4 years.
I got a whole round of guilt tonight.
No, because I didn't actually. What's so funny is I think that there's I don't really get mad.
No, I know.
Or I just don't really I just think
great
that the
quality
whole,
and a kind of a sad quality.
Yeah, but the whole human experience is so complicated that why would you waste any time begrudging someone who's just.
Yeah, so when I look back, there's really nothing I regret. But I will say I can see the things that also fueled you and I, which is I think for myself, I was inclined to be smarter and transcendent of this thing that lesser smart people were trapped in.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Okay.
I like the idea when I'm crafting my story of who I am, that other people succumb to this and I don't. I'm above this.
Yeah.
Yes, my girlfriend may other
above,
boys at times, but I can handle that and I'm kind of above that.
Yeah, I think I felt the same way about that.
I don't remember any being mad at you ever, really. I mean, we had some fights when we were drunk.
Oh, God.
Us drunk was a bad combo.
No. Which is hard because we were drunk a lot.
yes, we were drunk a lot. But I think in general, we almost never, ever fought. Our relationship is like Aaron and I's friendship.
Yeah,
we just never fought.
Yeah, I don't really get incensed.
Right.
I just don't really get mad.
When I think back of that period, my whole 20s, where it was I had moved to this state to do this thing, and I was failing at it. I was pretty certain I was going to continue to fail at it. I wasn't optimistic about it. And the kind of burden of my ambition's not a good enough word for it, but just I have to do something special. I have to be special. Everyone has thought I was special growing up, and I have to deliver. And the weight of that was quite intense.
Yeah.
Did you have that?
No.
Okay, because when you're saying that you that cancer was pleasurable, I relate in the way that I would have an excuse to take my foot off the gas and not have to evaluate how much I'm doing and am I achieving my potential and all that. The weight, all that. But that's not what it was comforting to you about it.
Yeah, no,
Does that make any sense?
It does make sense because I know a lot of
Because you had the drive to go get all A's, but you didn't feel this enormous.
I think also because I think truly, I wish I had just stayed in school and had been an English professor or whatever. Because I really just working in the world of ideas, talking, thinking about the way people think. That's why I love reading so much, because it's really just looking inside people's brains and just listening to all their deepest inner thoughts. And that's my favorite thing to do.
Right.
Or I wish I would have become a therapist or something. But I remember when I was working for like Gavin and Greg, I was really like, okay, I'm supposed to have ambition now. I'm supposed to like do something in this industry. I'm smart. I owe it to the world to like make it.
Yes.
But I never knew what making it looked like for me. Like you knew you wanted to be a comedian. You wanted to get the most laughs. You wanted to have the biggest audience.
Right.
I never really knew what making it looked like.
Right.
Because I didn't have a goal.
Right.
My goal was always just like, I want to be wherever I am and talking to the people that I'm talking to.
Yeah.
And getting into it.
Yeah.
Which is also, I think, one of the things I really liked about drinking is because it's so funny how many people are so sad that I don't drink. So sad.
I bet.
Sad. Like,
sure. You're a good time.
They're just like, oh, like it's almost as if my drinking gave them permission to have a good time.
Yes.
And it's so hilarious to me. So I'm like, on the one hand, I'm like, well, thank God they're not like, oh God, she really needed to quit. You know, like it wasn't like
people aren't going, phew.
Yeah, no one's like,
them.
oh yeah, no, great idea. But it is funny to me because I'm like, no, one of my gifts is really just like being in the moment with the people that I'm with.
Yes.
And alcohol especially can loosen people up to go deeper with themselves and with the people around them.
You're almost committing to the hang because you're like, well, we're going to be drunk in a little bit and then we can't go to work or go exercise.
No, so we're going to sit here and just keep shooting the shit.
Yes, we have no choice.
I'll stay up all night and shoot the shit.
Yes.
And that's what's so great now is when I'm around the bonfire with my family and things, I'm still the last one up. I'm still talking to everybody. And what I've also realized, like, so my daughter's bat mitzvah was just this Saturday.
Yeah.
And my Gigi, my grandma, Winkle, she was sober, famously sober for many years. But she's always like, Briegh, it's fine. As long as you start out sober with everybody, you'll just feel as drunk as everybody else by the end of the night.
Yes.
She's like, you just can't go into it.
Right. You can't show up where everyone's hammered.
No. So even by the end of the night, I'm now seeing that more and more. I'm getting more validation that that's the case.
Yes.
And it loosens my grip on feeling like I'm supposed to participate in that way because I feel like, I'm still bringing every bit as much as I was bringing to the table as I was before.
Yeah.
More so. And I get to wake up and remember it and like have more fun and feel great the next day.
Yeah, feeling great in the morning was such a rare.
It doesn't annoy you at all?
Like when people get really super wasted? Yeah.
And staying up all night with them?
You know, it just depends. Not with my family. Like I still like it because like my brain is myelinated to know these people like so well at this stage of drunkenness too, you know, that I just like fall right into like some of the same conversations that we still need to have, you know, many, many years later, you know, it doesn't annoy me that much. It definitely annoys me sometimes when people are, you know, a little too drunk but then I just go to bed.
Yeah.
And that's why they're disappointed.
Let me ask you this. There's kind of a cliche, but I think I think there's some merit to it that like girls fall harder, but guys fall longer. There's something about the pattern. Like I know this, we just had an expert on like women end more relationships than guys end relationships.
Okay.
Right? So that was interesting to me.
Yeah.
Like girls tend to break up with boys more than boys break up with girls.
Is that because the girl has another option?
I don't know what the explanation is.
Okay.
Where I'm going with this is like, we broke up. Well, I was just very disoriented for a while. I remember an exact moment where I was just very disoriented for a while, and I was shooting a movie in New York City, staying at the Maritime Hotel, and there's a great Italian restaurant downstairs, and it's outside, and I was out there in New York City by myself, and I was single. And even though we were in an open relationship, I obviously never felt single.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I didn't feel single. I wouldn't have taken anyone on a date. I wouldn't, whatever. And I just had this moment, and we had been broken up for probably maybe a year at that point. And I remember going, oh, well, will be fun. This is fun. I'm single in New York City and I work 2 days a week. Like this is going to be really fun. And it kind of lifted a bit. But the part that didn't lift for me, and I'm curious if you relate at all, is what was hugely important to me always from the moment we broke up is I pray she meets someone that she falls in love with. Like it was very, very, I just thought about it a lot. And I was just so hopeful that you would find someone that you loved a lot again.
Yeah.
And I just remember being so happy about Brad.
No, Brad,
I think
everyone's so happy about, I was so happy about, so one of the hardest things about when we broke up was sort of like that I really had my head around we were going to have kids.
Yes.
We had a house now.
Yes,
Like, it was going to be like this thing that I wanted. I was getting on in years, you know, these were the things.
Well, we had always said, when you turn 30,
yeah, we're going to go for
have
it.
a kid.
So it was like around that time. I mean, I met Brad on my 30th birthday.
Right.
But I think I was like 28 or 29 when we were like kind of breaking. Anyway, I was like, I'm going to find. And I kept dating people who...
Had Civics.
No, I was like trying to date people who like had some scratch.
We're established.
And were already established. And
yeah.
it just wasn't working. And I was like, I need to be in love. Like, I have to be in love. Like, I'm a real romantic.
Yeah.
So when I met Brad and was like very much like swept off my feet, never looked back, like we went straight. You know, we'd always just say 1, 2, 3, we're married, and like just made it happen. I was like, no, it was so grateful. But I think it was so funny is I was really worried about losing the thing I wanted for my future was like a great family experience.
Yeah, right.
And also I think that went into like, you know, losing your mom and feeling like, well, that's my, you know.
Yeah. Well, I had the same thing in that I was a bit panicked because I was 32 when I met Kristen. I was thinking like, I'm supposed to be getting you pregnant right now.
Yeah.
My timeline was like at 32, that was going to start.
You were going to become a dad.
And I was like, well, I have to date someone for at least a couple of years before I have kids. Like I gotta find out if they're really good. I gotta live with them, all that. And I just remember feeling very pressured about that. Like, well, I can't. And one I was dating before I met Kristen, I was like, if in 3 weeks I thought this isn't like a huge, I'm like out.
Oh, I was just going through on.
Yes.
And, you know, with the high bar.
Yes. Word.
You guys were doing the same thing.
Were you ever worried, like, boy, I hope he falls in love again? I have a hunch not.
I mean, I don't
Which
think
I think is good.
I didn't think about it much, but because I guess from my perspective, because your career was really sort of meteoric in that
moment.
Yeah. And it also just felt like I couldn't keep up with that.
Yeah.
So like I sometimes felt like, well, we didn't just break up because of XYZ. It was also sort of like I didn't know how to keep up with this new really big thing that was happening in your life.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know where I fit.
I was bad at that. I was so bad at that.
And I was
very bad at letting you feel like it was our money.
No, definitely was not ours. And I don't think it was.
Definitely not.
I remember like buying a dress for a premiere to go to one of your premieres, like, and going to a thrift store and like not feeling like I could really afford the dress that I wanted.
Oh man.
Which is fine because I think
it's not fine.
No,
it's regrettable.
Is your girlfriend homeless?
You should really get your assistant a nicer dress. My assistant, that's my wife. Why are you in a tuxedo?
But to me, and always the joke was always like that. I was like, well, really, I'm in really good company because you were dating all these like, you know, hot celebrity gals.
Once we broke
so
up.
I was never thinking you were going to fall in love. You were freaking hanging out with, you know, these big time. I was like, okay, well,
I mean, if anything, you might have thought like, well, this guy might end up with Natalie Portman. Look at him.
Fine. I know your real true dream.
What do we got here? What number?
I do.
45.
So how many episodes are you guys doing of this? Or
12.
12.
Uh-huh.
Is it all old blasts from the
This
past?
is the last one.
Ooh, last but not least.
Yeah, girl.
You had Tim.
We did have Tim Lovestead. We had Nate.
Yeah, Nate.
Kristen, Monica, Jackie Tone, Kristen's friends from their new show, to Tim Simons.
You know him. Oh, no, you don't watch TV. I was going to say Veep, really tall.
Oh, yeah.
Veep.
Oh, I do know who. I mean, I do.
Okay.
I actually did watch Kristen's show.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you like it?
I did. Nobody wants this. Yeah?
Aaron and I watched it together in Texas.
Okay.
We were down in the bus going from grocery store to meet people for Ted Seekers.
Oh, yeah.
We were staying at a guy's house.
This,
And we put it on in the first kiss.
Oh.
Right down there on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
We both got heated up.
Really?
It happened, and I paused it, and I go, what do you think of that kiss? And Aaron's like, that was incredible.
Wow. No,
like,
that kiss was famous.
It's like maybe the best kiss I've ever seen in a movie.
They did really great acting.
They did.
Excellent acting.
Yeah, acting.
Really good acting.
And Aaron goes, has she ever kissed you like that? And I go, no. And he goes, I don't know who I want to kiss me more, her or him.
Yeah, I just want to be involved in that.
Yeah, exactly. That's
everyone. Get me in.
Okay,
on
so
that
you
kiss.
will watch the ones where like everyone's talking about it. You kind of have to watch
I mean,
it.
I like Aaron and Sarah Foster or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I had sort of followed them for whatever loosely on social media because a really good friend of mine worked for a company that did the whole favorite daughter thing, and I really still like free stuff.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
like
yeah,
free
yeah, yeah, yeah,
koozies at the freaking
Sure. Yeah.
George
You don't
Strait
forget
tour.
your roots.
Give me a fucking koozie.
I want a
koozie.
I want a keychain. What do you got? You gotta watch him. I don't know if you remember this, but Josh and I wrote a sketch about that. It was
Yes,
like, we
yes.
want a frisbee.
Yeah.
Like all the things the guys want. It was like,
And
you
it was
got a
so
Maytag
insane.
washing machine back there.
But I got a bunch of free T-shirts from that company for part of their campaign, and then for
Okay.
whatever, and then I'd follow them. So because I just sort of followed them, and I never knew she was a writer, producer, Aaron Foster, or whatever.
Yeah.
So when she did it, and then I saw Kristen was in it, I was like, oh, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I'll give this a shot.
Yeah, I'll give this a shot.
And
But
thank
I
God,
also-
because every single human being was talking about it.
I mean, I actually watch everything Kristen's in, and not in
Oh,
a
yeah.
weird like.
Yeah.
But I really love The Good Place.
Yeah, it's great. She has good
and
taste.
she just has good taste,
She has
you
good
know.
taste. And she's
So-
insanely talented.
Yes, no, I know.
Yeah.
So I only watch the best things.
Yeah.
And she's in all of the best things.
Well, can I tell
So-
you the thing that I think that you guys have the most? It's
What?
just how I feel.
Yeah.
Which is I admire both of you so much.
Aw.
And I realize that's a rare thing to get in a partner is that I just like admire you so much. I like who you are so much.
That's so nice.
You're just one of the greats of all time.
No, I'm just glad that
I'm glad our lives worked out so well.
Me too. We did a good job.
It all
Yay.
worked out. Well, I love you. I'm so happy you did
thank
this.
you.
This was so fun.
It was fun.
And I think your short curly hair is very cute.
I know, it's so funny.
It's so fun.
It's so fun.
funny. I like it's my David Hasselhoff era, but I also look like well, I kind of look like a Blanche and Dorothy. You know?
And Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Dorothy.